All right. So then in that case, you want to get on to Snowfall episode 9?
For sure.
All right. Snowfall episode 9, Departures. We open with the scene from the hit on Kane. Buckley is explaining to his superior essentially what happened, but he's capping all over the place. He does show a little bit of remorse, it seems like, in his face right after it happens, like right after he shoots bro. And then the superior explains that Kane is apparently going to make it.
He didn't show no damn remorse. He heard that his partner got shot, and he didn't finish the job with his emotional ass. Yeah.
Is that what it was?
I saw his running Kane down. He hit him twice. And he once in the back, one in the shoulder. He fell down. He walked over top of him, and he was like, and that's when I heard it. And then they jumped back to show his own boy got shot. Hey, listen, man. And this is a PSA for all characters involved in Snowfall and Power. If you sign up to get some money to go kill somebody and you end up dead, that's the game.
Yeah,
that's the game. If you go ride out with somebody to go shoot somebody's shit up, right? And y'all get hit back and somebody drop, that's the game. I'm so confused. You was getting paid for this, bro. This was the job. This was it. You knew what you was risking. This whole thing of coming back and be like, oh no, my boy got shot and was he bulletproof?
Nope. And you got paid a hell of a lot to deal with this. So you
a quarter M.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's if he get it. But yeah. No, big cap. Definitely, he didn't even have a solid enough story going in. Like, oh, we got a tip that they were selling drugs at the pool hall.
Woo! Woo! Except not. Boom. Technical difficulties.
No, you close now, boy. You're up in there.
Right.
Damn, you threw me off. I don't know where the hell we at.
All right, we'll move on.
No. We're not moving on. Hold on. Wait. He didn't have a good enough story. He didn't have a good enough story. Boom. So we heard somebody was selling coke out of the pool hall, right? Where's the coke? We showed up and they just started shooting using an unmarked car wearing a fucking jean jacket. Y'all got out the car and they started shooting at y'all? Y'all in a bunch of unmarked cars. No uniform officers. Y'all got out of the car and they just started shooting at y'all. Okay. So that's 2 notches on the bullshit meter. Right?
Yep.
Not to mention that it was about, what did you say? It was about 5 or 6 of them there?
Yeah. Yep.
One car. It's one car, yo. Why you ain't call for backup? Why didn't you call for backup?
Because he was on some bullshit.
Yeah, bro. All of this smells shitty. You could have at least thrown some coke in the pool hall to make it look good.
Yeah, no, he didn't have the foresight to do
that.
Nothing
added up, and then it didn't make it no better that your homeboy got bedded real fast. So
yeah.
Yes, and I knew it was going to turn out like that. I knew it.
Yep.
Dirty shit done in the dark don't never turn out well.
That's a fact. Franklin is laying in bed when the phone rings. Leon heads over to Franklin's for the first time, which is absolutely wild. That's the first time.
That's the first time you've been to the crib? Yeah, that's crazy, right? For somebody to be living in a place that long and you ain't never visited. That's nuts. Especially if that's your boy.
Yeah, that sounds like a personal problem, bro.
Especially when you had your boy over your house all the time, like on a
technically you're here right now. You can see it right now.
I don't know anything about that place that you were in. I don't know anything about that place that you were in, sir. Nothing. I don't even know where it's at.
Actually, to be honest with you, I think we had like a little housewarming like years ago, and I think you went out of town that week. And so it was just like, well,
you ain't been there years.
I've been here a year and a half, bro. Anyway, I've been here a year. But anyway, so Leon tells Franklin about the hit and that 3 of Kane's people were killed. Leon and Franklin essentially both know. Obviously, Louie did it because neither one of them did it. So, any thoughts on that?
So okay. I get what Franklin's trying to do. Franklin's trying to give up on all of the control stuff because he just wants his family together. You know, he wants his family together, and that's more important to him than ultimately than winning at this point now. Because he realizes winning was always at the forefront of his mind in terms of what he wanted out of life. Mm-hmm. And that's pushed some people away from where it's forced him to have to do some harsh things to some people that he formerly cared about.
Yep.
So I get why he's, kind of taking the hands-off approach on Louie, because it's like, well, what you want me to do? You want me to go shoot my aunt? You want me to go sick the dogs on my aunt? I can't do none of that. And at the end of the day, your homeboy shot at me, my baby mother, my aunt, my uncle, you, Javi, anybody that I give a damn about. Also, and they almost killed the plug. I mean, look.
He tried to end everything.
I was about to say, I was good, you was good, but I can't speak for her. So I get that. I do. I think Louie and Jerome were expecting a much more ferocious response from Franklin, but he wasn't trying to give that energy. So I guess I get it. I also get where Lee coming from, because it's like, man, we just told that man, we put some money in his pocket, we put him on the payroll, and y'all fucked around. You looked me in my face and said, all right, we good, and went and shot him. Like, at least nut up and tell me, like, no, I'm not with that shit. I'm not on it. You know what I'm saying? Because now we can draw some lines. But what you did was some snake shit. You said, okay, everything's fine. And then you went and scheduled a fucking hit on boy. Like, that was grimy.
Yeah.
For snake shit.
Leon wants something done for Kane since Franklin and Leon have a deal with him. Obviously, this is the conversation that they're having at the crib. We move on to Louie and Jerome laying in bed, and after commenting on the wedding, Louie wonders if everyone knows about the hit. And Jerome comments that Leon has paged him like 5 times already.
5 times. Yes, everybody knows.
Apparently,
they all
Louie
know.
And Jerome,
they know it was you.
Apparently, Louie and Jerome got a honeymoon planned, and they will be gone for probably a few
days. Ain't getting on that fucking honeymoon. They ain't going on that goddamn. That's a bad foreshadowing right there, boy. You ain't going on that goddamn honeymoon. Okay. We'll be back before the next drop. You ain't going nowhere.
Oh, okay.
You ain't going nowhere.
All right. Buckley gets done capping on his official statement, and as he finishes, the captain or internal affairs, whoever that white guy was, request a blood test be done on Buckley, because obviously
right then and there,
this man is high as a kite right now. Like right now,
fam. Yeah, I'm like, damn, you went and did the job high. Like, he didn't have. I swear to God, boy, LAPD must be the best position to have as a cop, because he didn't give a damn about nothing. He went in high. He ain't planting no drugs. He didn't have no witnesses sitting off in the cut to corroborate his story. This was the loosest hit for $250,000, fam.
Yeah.
For $250,
and didn't even get the job done.
A $250,000, and this how sloppy you? A $250,000. I'm expecting fucking Reed. Somebody like Reed.
Yeah.
I'm expecting him to be in and out. It don't even look like nobody died for real. It looked like he had a heart attack. Untimely death. Or how he did Irene. He died in a DUI or some shit like that.
Yep.
Not, all right, we gonna pull up, hop out, and air that bitch out and hope we hit him. Like, buddy.
Yeah.
And then it was just all so bad. It was so bad when she walked in there with that kid. He knew it was over. He kept looking back to his Sarge.
Started,
you gonna let him do this to me?
Started saying everybody's racist in there and shit. Like, no, not in this case.
He had
LAPD is racist. LAPD is racist, but not that right. Not right now. Not right now.
He had to play that card. He had to, because he was on his wits end. He was like, man, don't nothing else work. I need to play the black card right the hell now. Let's see how scared of it he actually is.
Yep.
So he went the wrong way though. He talking about the wrong stuff. I'd have been in there like, hey, look. Now you know I'm dirty, right? Now how many more do you think that I know of? Now you gonna fire me, well, I might just get talkative. I might just find me an LA Times reporter and just report on everything that's going on in the damn the shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll blow the whole thing up. If I'm going down there, everybody coming down with me.
But we already know he's not that smart, so.
Clearly not that brat.
Because an officer got killed in a sting, Big Dog wants to suspend Buckley until everything comes back from the investigation, which, come on now. The investigation is not going to go his way.
Over.
You lost your job. Let's just go ahead and say that now. Veronique explains that she agrees with what Louie did and then expresses concern over the chocolate at the wedding, since obviously, she could have potentially eaten that chocolate.
Hey, listen, man, I am about to lose my shit on Veronique. You agree with what she did?
Yep.
You agree?
She understands.
You understand? Okay. You know what would have been a good time to tell me that you agree with Louie? Before I went down there and made that deal to start putting money in this man's pocket, if y'all wanted him dead, if everybody agreed that dead was the way to go, maybe y'all should have gave that. The only one that said something was Louie.
Yep.
Everybody else was fine with the plan. Now you come back saying, well, I think that was a good idea by Louie to go behind your back and kill one of your employees properly with the highest cop in all of LA. I think that was a great idea. Almost as good as idea as me going to meet with the man the day before in front of tons of witnesses.
Yep.
Because all of that is smart, right?
No.
Jesus.
So then Franklin asks if V wants to leave town so that he can clear his head, which, by the way, I completely forgot that that Franklin was a pilot. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, man. My boy got his wings. He'd be up out.
So Sissy meets up with the Cuban Connect. After commenting on the fact that he shaved his beard, Homeboy tries to persuade Sissy that if she doesn't help him, the CIA will eventually kill Franklin when it's all said and done. He then explains that he's got information on both Avi and Oso.
I hope it ain't nothing that could put him away, man. But I mean, I don't think they're aiming for a law enforcement kind of thing. I think they want blood. Oso is more likely to get off than Javi. Well, no, because Javi's sending the guns.
Mm-hmm.
Javi is sending the weapons, so they need him gone too. This is unfortunate, man. This is unfortunate. I hate to see the way that this might play out because I get where Sissy's coming from, but this is too much. It's too much. Yep. You bleeding into other people's businesses and their lives. They have nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Right? Like Javi can't fuck Reed can't fuck Javi the way that he could fuck Franklin.
Yeah.
He can't. There's only one person that can move them guns the way that he can. It's Javi. So the only one that has the access to the weapons. That's a break in the chain if he loses Javi. He can find another drug dealer. He found another drug dealer. He got Louie. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I see what she's doing, and she did say to bro, like, look, man, you haven't shown me that you are able to do anything since you've been here. You haven't shown me nothing. You over here asking me for incriminating evidence on Franklin, and you haven't shown me that you're going to be able to follow up on any of this to get Homeboy out of here, which is what I wanted in the first place. I still don't understand why we talking to Sandinistas when only thing you wanted was Reed dead. Hey, Franklin, can you send me $50,000? Thank you. Hello, Mr. Contract Killer. Here's what I would like you to do, and here's what I would like you to do it to, or who I would like you to do it to.
Yeah.
It don't cost all this that she paying. It don't. It really do not. It for damn sure don't cost $250,000. Let alone all this shit that Sissy putting into it.
But do you think the $50,000 hitman can get the drop on a CIA agent?
Why would he be looking for him? Why would he even have it? You see how lax they was in the first place to get hit by Kane, nigga who just got out of jail.
Sure. Yep.
So some random hitman from God knows where whose literal job is to not be seen until it's time.
Yeah.
He's not looking for him. So why she had to go this deep to get Reed killed? Hey man, it's a lot of young and dumbs that would have did it for a stack. And you are risking your son's livelihood and a lot of other people's livelihood to get Teddy killed.
If I'm not mistaken, he mentions when he met her in this little conversation. So at the point where they met, she was probably frantic and not fully thinking out what was happening anyway. So,
and there probably was some manipulation involved with that, right? Like she's vulnerable. She had just lost Alton. She's alone. She has vengeance in her heart, right? Like she was probably getting drunk off tequila and telling everything while she was down there. And then he probably worked his way into that. Like he was dealing with a broken woman.
Yeah. Yep. We then see Teddy and Parisa pull up on Avi. Teddy needs to triple the amount. Oh shit. Teddy needs to triple the amount of guns to the Sandinistas in 60 days. Avi wants to know when the war ends, that the gun running ends. He basically wants to make sure that like when everything is all said and done, like I'm done. I'm good here, right?
No, he said, I hope it doesn't end.
Is that what
he said? I hope when this war ends, the train doesn't stop because Avi wants to keep making money. That's what he does.
I thought he was trying to be out.
No, because then Reed responds back to him and says, you think that I won't have another war spinning around somewhere? I won't be in the corner spinning up another war? That was the next thing he said to him. He's trying to make sure that they can keep making money after the Sandinista-Contra thing is over. Because that triple of guns was supposed to be the final push. Yeah. You know, I love how Reed is like, he's literally talking like he's some general, some war general. Like he's the one calling the shots. He's making these decisions. He's telling where to put this, where to send this, where to go. Like he's not an employee like everybody else.
Yeah.
Parisa got him hyped up like this was his plan all along. And he about to get a fucking Congressional Medal of Honor or some shit when all this shit is said and done. Boy, you gonna end up in a.
Got him hyped up.
Yeah, you're right. He been partying.
Coke. Yeah.
He been partying.
You know. Leon heads to the hospital to check on Kane. The bullet hit Kane's spine, and apparently he's not gonna be able to walk again, but he might live. Kane's homeboy asks Leon if he knows anything about it or if it's just cops being cops, but we don't see his answer right away.
Yep. I'd have snitched. I'd have snitched.
You know?
That motherfucker over there, her, Louie. I'd have snitched. I'd have sent them right to her door. Oh, you don't care? Oh, I don't even get a phone call to know it's going to happen. But have knock at your door.
I mean, there's really no reason that he had a good reason that he had to keep Louie alive in this case. She just fucked up a lot of business, and Kane's probably going to want retaliation. So,
and I don't want to deal with that shit. Don't bring that shit over here to the projects. I didn't do that shit. That wasn't me.
Yeah.
Head on over to that club over there and air that bitch out. Go ahead. Do what you got to do.
For sure.
Do what you got to do. Because I didn't co-sign this. I didn't want this. I tried to put some bread in your pocket so we could squash all of this. And she took it upon herself. So she big dog now. She done undercut us on the plug. You go do what you got to do with her.
Yeah.
We about to be up anyways. Leon trying to get out to Africa. Well, we'll see what's getting ready to happen with Franklin. Ain't nobody messing with this no more except for Louie. No one wants to do this for life except for Louie. Yeah. Not even Jerome wants to be involved with this stuff no more than they already are. But she keep growing, keep getting bigger, keep getting themselves more drenched in it. She's not listening to nobody except for the voices in her head.
Yeah.
So Jerome is crying out for help. He's telling you, like, I want to change my life. I want to do something positive. I know what we can do. We can buy more coke from Reed directly. And then we can hire more corrupt cops to work for us. Is that what you mean? Is that what you meant?
Clearly, that's clearly what you meant. Yeah. Buckley goes to see his kids, which, wow, fam. If they matter that much, I feel like we would have probably heard just an inchling that you had kids.
You had kids at all. No, he knows. He's probably seen this play out before with other cops, and he's like, man, I already know where this is about to go. Let me go try to go get in good. with the missus and my kids because it's about to. But
Terrible
he's
way
also
to do it when you're also high as fuck.
He's high off his ass. He's losing his shit. Like, it gets worse. So if you thought this was bad, it gets worse.
Yep.
But yeah, eyes bloodshot, snot nose running. That probably ain't the best scene for your kids.
No, not at all. We see Louie hit her stash while loading a bunch of cash in her bag while getting paid from somebody. Leon pulls up to confront Louie, and she explains that because she is a black woman, she has to deal with extra bullshit, and she knows that the money is only going to placate Kane for a while before he wants that closure again for Kev. Leon explains that Kane's crew will eventually find out what happened, and he hopes Louie is ready for when that happens.
That's a cop-out. That's a shitty excuse. It didn't make me feel no better about the situation because you didn't have to do it the way you did it.
Yeah.
You want people to respect you, look them in their face and tell them what the fuck you mean. Don't nobody respect lying and conniving and doing shit in the dark. No, nobody respect that. People respect power. Power is, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do and I'm going to do it. Period. No ifs and buts about it. Not. Oh yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm not fine. I'm about to snake you. Oh no, we good. We family. We not family. I'm snaking you. That's snake shit. That's rat shit.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Yep.
So that whole speech about her needing to project strength and all this other stuff, niggas gonna walk over her. Then you should have told Leon and told Franklin right then and there, I'm not with this bullshit. I have a reputation to protect. Y'all do what y'all want to do with him, but when I catch him, it's on sight. That's what you say.
Yeah.
All that other shit that you tried to do, yeah, that was snake shit.
That's that KD shit right there.
Not to mention the other moves that you made at the same time as you doing that.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, so Franklin is doing his pilot thing. He's making his way to wherever they end up going. I don't think they actually said where they end up going, but they head to the beach. And that's where Franklin basically tells V about his acid dream that he had and what V had to say to him in the acid dream, which is basically you can't live these two lives. Lo and behold, she's actually telling him the complete opposite in real life because she understands. She knows that, you know, she obviously had to do cons with her mom, and she tells the story about how she had to basically shoot a dude, and then eventually she ended up in law school. So obviously you can live two lives.
Her mom shot a dude, yeah, because she was about to die. She was getting choked out. Yeah. Do we still think that she's scamming Franklin somehow?
Somehow, some way.
Because what was that little conversation? Because that story just kind of put it back in perspective for me. What was the conversation with Kane about? What exactly were you trying to get done? What could you negotiate with him after the fact? After Leon and Franklin have negotiated with him, what are you doing more? What was that?
Yeah, you have no value or no play here in a negotiation. So what?
I'm very suspicious of Veronique at this point because she keep telling me things that make me question her character.
Yeah, but you know, I've been here questioning her since day one, and you wouldn't let me live. So
you've been questioning her face.
No, not me.
You've been questioning the space in between her eyeballs. Is what you've been questioning.
Oh, wow, I don't think I ever said that. And so that's you putting words in my mouth because you felt the same way.
Nope, you said it.
All right. Teddy and Oso go to meet up with Louie. I want to point out that the license plate on Louie's car said 2-piece, which I thought was hilarious because if that's the same car that Jerome drove off in after he squabbled with Homeboy, that's hilarious. Your license plate says 2-piece? No, that's gangster. That's gangster as fuck. Anyway, so Teddy and Louie meet up. They exchange pleasantries during the drop. And that is until Teddy lets Louie know that she can't bring any kind of security to the drop. Because, you know, thanks to Franklin.
Dummy. That's not going to fly in dummy. So, remember early on in this season where Louie was pressing Reed about Alton? Or no, Louie was pressing Saint to talk to Reed about Alton to find out what happened to Alton.
Yeah.
Remember at the dinner when Sissy was talking about Alton and Louie just had to make Saint acknowledge it. And so you finally get in front of Reed by yourself and you ain't got nothing but fucking cheek to cheek grin and giggles and jokes and laughter. So let me understand this. It's okay for you to placate and kiss the ring, right? But for Franklin, it's hey, whoa. No, you need to address that. You need to address that. Address that. You can let this man tell you to don't pull up with nobody else besides Jerome. Like he run you now. Like he runs you now.
Do you think that her getting him to talk about Alton was a play to try to maybe make Teddy a little angry, and then now we got a little bit of friction here? Maybe.
Well, she didn't mention Alton. What do you mean? Are you saying her pressing Saint to mention Alton was trying to create friction between them?
Possibly.
Possibly. I. Here's my question with Louie. If you are 90% of Franklin's customer base, and you stop buying from Franklin, and you start buying directly from Reed, is Reed the type of guy who wants to have former disgruntled employees just walking around free outside of the business? Does he strike you as that kind of guy? Mind you, he made a deal with Franklin's father that he could live out his days in Cuba, and he promptly followed him down there to murder him.
Yep.
So does it strike you, or do you believe that Reed is just going to let Franklin live if he starts selling to you?
No.
And you don't give a good goddamn. You don't care. You don't give a fuck. You don't care. You don't give a damn. And I know she's smart enough to see. She got to be smart enough to see that.
Judging on some of the moves that we've seen her make, I don't know, dog.
I don't think she's foolish about people's ill will or their intent. She knows Teddy don't fuck with her.
No.
He don't like you for real in real life. She know that. He just trying to find the most obedient black person to move this coat.
Yep. Rock B 922 says Louis didn't want to be under a man. Well, at least a black man anyway. Basically hinting at obviously Teddy's white, so she was cool with that, but she don't want to be under her own nephew, which is nuts.
Yeah, again, it's more confusion. Like, oh, okay, I couldn't take orders from Franklin, but I'm gonna let Reed tell me that I can't even have security at my drops.
Right.
Like, I don't know, man. Read your dad's comment.
No, absolutely not. We'll save it for the end. How about that? All right. So Oso seems to not fuck with the fact that Teddy is selling to both Franklin and Louis, and thinks that something will probably come of it. And Teddy is super dismissive of it, which is a little nuts.
No, Teddy's high and he's not paying attention because he's too worried about his new girlfriend. You know, he don't have a care in the world. Oso is like, fuck is going on here? You know what I'm saying? What's going on? This is not right. Yeah. And you know what's not right. Yeah. Reed ultimately does not care if he has to remove Franklin. I think he's been thinking about removing Franklin for a while now.
Especially after that call.
Not even before the call. Even before the call.
But I mean the call
when he started recording Franklin, that was the first step to getting you out the way. Because he couldn't trust him, right? Or at least from Reed's perspective, he didn't want to trust him. Probably because of what he did to his father.
Yeah. But I think the call made it a little bit more real, like, oh, you want the smoke, like it's about to happen.
Yeah, but even with that, he's still prepared to sell to him. He's still trying to keep him within the fold. I don't think that was that stiff of a change. I think he accepted that he was eventually going to have to kill Franklin a long time ago. And we're just kind of seeing it play out now.
Buckley, already high as shit, went to a corner to get some crack rock and then robbed him of the drugs by holding a nigga hostage.
Bruh. First of all, everybody on the stoop is sweet. Everybody. Every last person on the stoop is sweet as sugar.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. You think that the kid he took hostage, you think he's done with the gang at this point now?
Hell yeah, he went home and cried to his mom, bro. He's done. He's never selling drugs ever again. Ever again. And ain't none of his homeboys jump at all. Y'all ain't do nothing.
At all. None of them.
Yeah, bro. First of all, it's like 7 of y'all, bro. He got 6 shots in that little pistol. What the fuck? Come on, man.
Oh man, nah. They were definitely pussy on that. But
7 of y'all, everybody got a gun. Where the Uzis at? Where the extended clips? This nigga pulled out a revolver. He pulled out a revolver. Oh my God.
Leon talks to Wanda about what he said to her at the wedding, about leaving the country with her. She hesitates and then eventually opens up to the fact that she still loves Leon. Leon tells her that she's the first girl he ever loved and that they should go on the trip and see if they can rekindle the flame.
Why? You got to take me to Africa because you can't be with me here because of all the shit I did when I was high? Yes. Yes. Exactly. Do you want to go? Exactly, Wanda. Do you forget that people used to call you the alphabet girl? You was in Man Boys Club, spitting the alphabet. You remember that? You remember I had to tie your ass to a sink in the apartment to keep you there so you could detox, and you still made it out somehow?
Yep.
Yes, Wanda, we need to move so we can be together. Absolutely. Because I'll be damned, I'm sitting at goddamn Roscoe's, and somebody notice you and be like, alphabet, because I'm going to lose my shit. I'm gonna lose my shit. So yeah, we better go to Africa. Let's get as far away from Compton as we possibly can.
For sure. Louie and Jerome are pondering on whether or not they have to kill Buckley, and that's when Franklin shows up to the club. Franklin comes to apologize about how he handled Kane by speaking with him, and states that he wants to keep the family together. Louie is fine with that, but opts to tell him the truth about her business with Teddy. Betrayed, Franklin lashes out a bit, especially when he states that she's basically swiping the business out from under him. He starts to leave, but then he laughs and then says, "You wanted to be out in front? Good luck."
Yep. Now he can go. When he off Jerome, don't you call me. When he killed Jerome, don't say nothing to me. Don't say nothing to me. Don't call me for help. Don't ask me for money. When he decide Jerome is an impediment to what you and him got going on, and he's too close and he needs to isolate you, don't call me. Don't call me. Matter of fact, I might send one at you got because you got my uncle killed with all this bullshit that you're doing. So you might want to look out.
Yeah. Yep.
I just that was such a heartbreaking scene, man, because it's like he's finally just giving up. You reach a point where you just stop arguing with somebody and you just give up. He's trying to give up, trying to give her what she wants, trying to give her exactly what it is she wants. But you just had to take it that one step further, didn't you? I even forgave your transgression. At this point, I'm still top dog in the organization. Yeah. And after all the times that I've saved you and pulled you out of bullshit, that's how you do me? That's how we go out? I'm making decisions to keep the family together, and all the while you're snaking the business from out underneath me. Anything that she get, whether that's Kane's homeboys pulling up on her, Buckley betraying her, Reed killing her or any of her family members, whatever, all of that shit is on her now. You can't blame Franklin for none of this shit. All this shit started because Franklin was making decisions that affected y'all's lives. Got you shot, this, that, and the third. Really funny that Black Diamond and old girl can stay around, because they can be bought. But I guess Kane couldn't have been bought.
Yeah. Yeah. Stupid.
Right.
Also stupid. Louie apparently still hasn't changed her locks on the office door because somehow this nigga Buckley gets in again unannounced. After pouring his heart out about losing everything and wanting his bread for the job on Kane, Louie invites him to be a part of her organization since he has police connections.
Well, because he's down on his luck. She ain't even had to kill him because he ain't got nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
So he gonna take the only hand that's left to reach out to, and that's Louie.
Yeah. Yep. The Cuban Connect is in the car with someone from the KGB, supposedly. They lockpick the door to Avi's business and try to go through documents. That is until Avi shows up.
Avi whooped that ass. Got out there and started scuffling. Avi wasn't having it. I'm sitting there saying the whole time, like, man, please don't kill Avi. Please don't kill Avi. Please don't kill Avi. Don't kill him. Don't kill him. Please don't kill Javi. One of my favorite.
It would have been pretty easy for them to do that, though.
Obviously not. Javi wasn't playing.
No, for sure. I'm just saying, like, if the writers tried to go that way, they could have easily.
Oh, yeah, no, it easily could have went left, for sure. Honestly, thought that's what they went there for.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. But it seems like they're still gathering information. Yeah, so maybe Javi survives, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, Franklin meets with Teddy and lets him know that he's sorry for calling him and telling them that he has to kill him. Then he explains that because Teddy went behind his back to make a deal with Louie, that their partnership is officially over.
Done. You can have her. Now see if she do what I do. Let's see.
Not as much money as he was talking about he was making for like $54 million a year or some crazy shit. No, Louis not doing that. Louis gonna find a way to fuck it up.
No, he made him $54 million since they started selling, I think. Or no, I mean, I guess that could be per year. I don't know. Either way,
a shit ton of money.
Shit ton of money.
Louis is not gonna.
And again, Louis, if you could have did this shit without Franklin, y'all would have been doing it before Franklin. And that how that keeps getting lost on her is so baffling to me. Y'all was selling weed out the crib.
Yep.
You wasn't even selling nothing, Louis. You was bagging. Bag boy, paper or plastic.
While she was with Claudia. While she was trying to get under Claudia's shit.
No, she tried to leave Jerome to go fuck with Claudia because she needed more. She's always needed more. Jerome wasn't doing enough, so she went to Claudia. And when she needed to bail out, who she called? Franklin wasn't enough when she was working for him, so she went to Arkansas. When it didn't work out, where did she go? That's the man that you snake?
Yep.
Man.
Yep.
Hey, look, man.
K-Pac says, I hate Louis backstabbing ass this season. She's been line stepping all season. I'd love to see Franklin turn up on her deceitful ass.
She gonna get a piece of it next week. I don't know how far it's gonna actually go, but she definitely gonna get a piece of his mind. And I agree, man. It just seems like so much deception. You know who was right? Man boy. He told him, he was like, man, you about to watch everybody around you betray you. So we had Rob, we had Peaches, now we got Louie and Jerome and Reed. He told him straight up, man, you gonna watch.
Sissy technically?
Sissy, yeah. Well, I think Sissy might actually end up being his only savior when all that shit hit the fan next week.
Nah, Leon, no. Leon's still true to the game.
Man, Leon about to be out with Wanda on a private jet.
True that.
He on his way to Johannesburg.
True that. Pop said Franklin is going to have to kill Reed because he is not going to let Franklin go.
That's what I'm on. Right? I'm trying to get Reed out of here. I'm trying to get post-drug game Freeway to see how he adjusted his life. That's what you can show me in season 5.
See, but
you know what I'm saying? I'm good.
If Franklin kills Reed in the season finale, we still got one more season to go.
Okay, show me something else.
Sure, but where do we go from here?
I don't know. Anywhere. Reed needs to be gone next episode. He needs to be gone. It's been too much deception. It's been too much build. It's coming to a head, obviously, right? From the previews that we see from next week's episode, it definitely looks like Reed is not going to be, too happy about Franklin quitting.
Yeah.
So now that we're finally here, you know what I'm saying, and we got a squad up, shoot your shot and don't miss, Franklin.
All right.
Shoot your shot and don't miss.
Fair.
Because then if he comes in, think about it. If he comes in to the final season alive, that means we're going to have a whole another season of Franklin and Reed. Yeah. We've had that. We got it. We didn't got the friendly relationship. We got the build. We got the origin story. Now we got the conflict. We're here. Here.
I agree.
Pay it off.
But don't give me a Mecca in season 6 as we're about to end it all. Like I need something. Maybe it becomes Franklin versus Louie and Jerome. Maybe
Mecca's death was so disappointing because it was just in underwhelming fashion. Like he got shot in the head by Monet. And then all of the other particulars around that setup, that story, were just haywire, and it didn't make sense. So that's why it was so damn disappointing for that. If Reed gets shot in the head by Franklin, if Franklin shoots Reed in the head, perfect art. Hell, you can end the fucking series on that.
Okay, but that's my point, right? It's something that is so big to the story that how do you top that in the final season? The only way I think you do is he kills Reed now, and then that sets off this huge war between Louie and Franklin. I think.
I don't want to see that.
What else is there?
Because what, you gonna fight me over Reed? You gonna try to kill me over Reed?
But if he kills Reed, he ends her business.
No, go fuck with them Colombians that you said you was gonna fuck with. Also, per the preview, right? Louie looked Franklin straight in his face and say, "This is not my problem." Okay, well then your lack of a plug is not my problem either.
Okay, so where do we?
Since we're no longer in business, your lack of a plug is no longer my problem.
Yeah.
I don't think Louie and Saint is going to be a conflict next season, because I don't think Louie making out this season either.
Okay, but then where do we go for the final season?
I don't know, man. They're gonna have to come up with something. I have no idea. They have to come up with. I mean, there's more story to be told.
Yeah.
If you need it, call your boys. I'm pretty sure he'll come on set and give you something to finish it out with. But
bigger than killing a CIA agent.
Well, okay. So if he kills a CIA agent, is he gonna have to go on a run? That could be season 5.
Possibly. Maybe.
Because Parissa still knows about him, right? She ain't no hoe. She ain't gonna just give it up. She just found her very weird lover.
Yeah.
She'd be very upset if Franklin takes her away.
Okay. All right.
What if Oso takes it personally and chooses to side with Reed? No.
I doubt it. I doubt that. He's already like, man, fuck this nigga Reed.
What if the Contras? What if Reed dies and the Contras make their way to the States to figure out what happened to him and why there's no more guns coming through? Guns or money?
Possible. All right. So then we do have a couple of potential arcs. Then I just want to make sure, like, if we kill Reed now, what is left? Like, why am I watching? It's already. What do you think about season 5 so far? Like, how do you feel it stacks up to some of the other seasons?
I would say this season is a little less based on the history of crack cocaine and the cocaine trade in America, and more so on the fantastical nature of the 80s. Like, it seems like they wanted to give us more shock and awe episodes this season, as opposed to sticking with the story. I feel like we kind of veered off a little bit this season, in terms of what they were showing us. Like, he had the tiger episode with the dude in the backyard. You had the little vatos they were running from. You had the LSD episode, which was a fun episode, but it was just like, what is this have to do? Where are we going with this? Yeah, So there have been quite a few episodes this season that have made me not scratch my head, but it's like questioning the ultimate direction that we're heading in.
Yeah.
It does seem to be a sharp contrast to what they were giving us at first, which seemed to be just straight up origin story. Been a lot more like filler this season, I feel like.
I think it's interesting that we've taken a turn with this season from the thing that I think most people enjoyed about Snowfall, and it's the fact that it's really based in reality. Like, obviously it's a based on a true story somewhat.
Mm-hmm.
But I think just the fact that it just seems so much more real than the other shows we were watching, like Power. I think that was like the big thing about Snowfall, and now it's kind of gotten a little bit away from that.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say that I'm completely disappointed, because this has still been a decent season, but I don't think as well as, like, for example, last season I thought ended with a huge bang.
Much better. Yeah, last season was pumping. The last 3 episodes of season 4 were phenomenal.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I don't know if we will see that in this season. I don't think we'll get that big of a bang unless Unless
we're on
Franklin
episode 10, so obviously we're not going to get it this season. But if Franklin put one in Reed for good, that'll do it for me. Rubber stamp.
Okay. Let's see here. K-Pop says Leon been a soldier right when Franklin since day one. Leon the one that made Franklin step up and take this shit serious in season 1 and boosted Franklin up when he went to prison in that powerful scene. I'm thinking alluding to the fact that we were saying that Leon hasn't betrayed Franklin yet.
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, when we were listing all the people that have betrayed him.
Yeah.
Leon hasn't betrayed him. I don't think did we say Leon?
No, I was saying that Leon was the one that has
the one.
Him.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, Leon is his right hand, man. He's been there even when he didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
So he's definitely earned the right to get up through if that's what he wants.
And Veronique hasn't betrayed him yet, but I feel like Veronique at some point is probably going.
I feel it coming on.
Yeah.
And you just talk about your scamming too much for me not to question you.
Right.
You talk about you scamming niggas way too much for me not to look at you. A little sideways.
People don't even be bringing it up. She just brings it up out of nowhere.
She be like,
one time,
I'll be scamming. Watch your ass. Dump her purse out.
Facts. Last comment, it looks like my dad said Reed has the dirt on Franklin's legitimate business, and if he kills Reed, he still goes to jail because his business unravels. Does he go to jail because his business unravels? Like, what would be?
I don't see how he could do that though to Franklin without it leading back to him.
Yeah.
Okay, let's unravel. Let's take the money out. Okay, where did this money come from? Okay, you've been laundering from here. All right, we got a bunch of cash. Where did the cash come from? Okay, you've been selling coke. Okay, cool. Where are you getting the coke? I don't see how he exposes the legitimate businesses without it ultimately leading back to him. I think that was his whole problem with Franklin setting up those big businesses downtown in the first place because it drew too much attention to them.
Yeah.
Now his cash is a whole nother thing. If Reed somehow knows where Franklin is holding his cash now, oh my, Jesus.
Which brings me to the last comment. K-Pop said we still gotta find Peaches, which we do.
Yo, where is Peaches? Yeah, no,
Peaches, bro.
Peaches been gone since episode 3.
Damn near.
Peaches might have died, y'all.
Nigga said he had a cough and just dipped off.
And dipped. No, he
nigga took a day off. Nigga took a day off and robbed his boss like Craig on Friday.
He's living out his last day somewhere on the beach.
Could be in Thailand or Burma.
In Burma, that's Thailand.